Time now for news from the left. First up, the fired anti-Trump FBI agent accused of lying under oath is defending our Secretary of State Antony Blinken for doing the same thing. Last night, Peter Strzok went on with Chris Cuomo and said it's no big deal that Antony Blinken lied to Congress about his communications with Hunter Biden before the election and his knowledge of Hunter's no-show job in Ukraine at Burisma, which was clearly Biden influence peddling.
There's a difference between catching somebody in a criminal act and catching them in a politically problematic act. I mean, as I read that transcript, this was a 2020 interview, and they're asking current Secretary Blinken about events that occurred in 2015. Secretary Blinken can say, look, I was thinking in my memory, these were events 5 years ago. I was the the Undersecretary of State. I had a lot of things going on. I honestly didn't remember this. For a criminal violation, it would have to be a knowing and willful act. And I think, frankly, that's what we know now. That's a long way away from the facts.
So it's just political. It's no big deal to lie under oath. It's just political now. It's nothing. You think Peter Strzok would say that, actually. Next up, in a recent interview with CNN's Chris Wallace, Bernie Sanders had this to say about billionaires.
Are you basically saying that once you get to $999 million, that the government should confiscate all the rest?
I'm saying that we should go back to a very progressive tax policy.
Over $1 billion, basically it all goes to the government.
You may disagree with me, but
I'm just asking.
Fine. Yeah, I think people can make it on $99 million.
So obviously it's Bernie Sanders 101. If you remember, though, Bernie used to rant against millionaires with an M all the time. It's only recently he's really gotten onto the billionaires. Let's take a look at how Bernie used to sound.
No need to drive up the national debt by giving tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires.
Millionaires and billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires.
Millionaires and billionaires. Now it's only billionaires. You know why? Because now Bernie Sanders is a millionaire. He doesn't want to tax the millionaires anymore because that's what he is. He was making like $800,000 a year when he wrote that book maybe 5-6 years ago. Kind of funny how it changed. Now millionaire is okay because he is one. I hope Bernie becomes a billionaire. Maybe he'll leave the billionaires alone.